Ernesto Che Guevara's early travels. In January of 1952, Ernesto and his good friend Alberto Granado would embark on a journey to go all across South America, into Mexico, and then to America. They started off on this trip by via motorcycle, which quickly broke down just a few months into the trip. One of their first stops was in Bolivia, where they would arrive just after the copper mine strikes. This was one of Ernesto's first taste of American interest abusing the local people of South America. Their next stop would be Peru, and Peru would probably have one of the lasting effects on Che Guevara when it comes to the ancient architecture and working at the leprosarium. In Peru, Che would meet a doctor, Henry Peces, and Henry Peces would take Che and his friend Alberto, who were both doctors, to his leper colonies and his leprosarium. Henry Peces was also once an exile from Peru because of his communist beliefs, and Che credits him as being one of the first people he met, not for just living out his politics, but for dedicating his life to be something better in the world. Their time in Peru also shaped Alberto's views as well, and he would dedicate the rest of his life to working at leprosariums in Venezuela. While traveling, they lived the life of vagabonds, many times solely relying on the graciousness of other people, even at times having to stay in police stations because they didn't have a place to go and couldn't find food. This is when Che really started to realize the privilege he had as a white Argentinian, and he got to experience for the first time in his life firsthand the discrimination of the people who were native to South America. Also along their travels, Ernesto would experience various fits of asthma, and many times Alberto had to shoot Ernesto up with adrenaline just to keep him going. The two would eventually make it to Colombia and would even coach a Colombian football team just to get money to get to Venezuela. In Venezuela, the two would part ways, and Alberto would stay behind and continue to work at leprosariums there. Ernesto, having a bad asthma fit, would stay until he got healed, but then go on to Miami. Upon returning home to Argentina to officially become a doctor. In the following year, he would take a similar trip that would transform him into the revolutionary Che Guevara that we know today. But we'll talk about that later.